Hey peeps, Matt's Mocs here, and today we're going to be going over a little bit of my HO collection because I haven't made a video on it in a long while and it's changed since that previous one. So I thought I'd go over it, but because it's, well, a little bit bigger than before, I have to go over it in sections. So also, I will mention I posted a video before I put up this one about, well, trying to catch DL. So watch that video first, then come back to this one. Or you can watch this one because I'm not stopping you. So anyways, let's get on to the video. We're going to start with HON3 or 30. Yes, I have HON3 as well. So here is this little 060 I built in HON30. It's got some mine cars. You can see some spoilers ahead, but yeah, this and some mine cars. That's pretty much it for HON3, which is the smallest gauge I have modeled. Next, we're going up to the next, yes, it's the smallest gauge I have modeled in HO scale, which is 1/87th for those who are confused. So next we're going to move up to the higher gauge HON3. First with this thing I never finished. It'll be a mine motor. Anyways, was my first HON3 locomotive. It was a N-scale locomotive I rebuilt to HON30, and it had a different cab and different setup. Then I decided to rebuild it to HON3 by widening the wheel sets and the power pickup, so it does work. It has a new cab on it, which is a rebuilt of the original cab. It's lettered for my own little railroad, which is the WP&E, referencing another railroad called WP&E. I'll eventually get to the name as soon as I actually build it. And of course it's got a little bell, which was a fun way to mount. I got to redo the paint eventually. Just a little bit of touch-ups, but I kind of like it weathered. What do you think? Put in the comments if you like it the way it is, kind of weathered up, or you would like to see it finally get that paint job. And as you can see on the engineer side, it does have a little sunshade. So that is my little HON3 diesel. I need to change out the couplers to actual HON3 or N-scale couplers. They both actually are compatible. But the next item, the way you see it now won't be the same when I eventually get around to doing it. It is one of two MDC 280 outside frame locomotives I own. The other one is still on its way. I have to get a set of passenger car trucks to trade for it. But this is my first one. It's not in the best shape. I got it pretty cheap too, so I'm going to eventually be changing out the shell of both the engine and the tender. But for now, it sits as the way it is. It'll also become WP&E, or I might turn this one, because of the other one I'm getting, I'll turn this one into O, R, and L. That's the Hawaiian Class 1 narrow gauge. So that's the next one. And my only West Coast car, this Colorado Southern hopper car, or high side gondola, they use them for both. Which, it's a nice car. It's a micro trains car, it runs pretty well. Need to do a little bit of work on the glue marks. I also have two cars that I custom built for the WP&E, which is this box car, which does have real trucks under it. Another set of trucks, so I have to build another car. And a little bobber caboose, which I need to eventually finish. It's mostly there. So yeah, that's all my HON3. It's not much, but does the job. I also, of course, need to get more couplers. Finally would be actual HO. So now we're at our standard gauge HO. Oh, what a shame. Here we have the hand car and two hand car guys. I don't use this as much because it needs a rebuild. As you can see, it's not in the best shape. It needs a new motor. Everything else about it's actually okay. So we'll just put that aside. And the smallest active piece of equipment I actually use a little often is my little track speeder. And it's got a little bit of junk in the one tool car, and it's got a crane. It's a nice little thing to run occasionally. It does the job pretty well. So yeah, that's it for my small collection. Also my two Markland cars. But yeah, that's it for now. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time. I'll probably try to do a live stream. See ya.